Edge at 11 starts now.
Tonight on The Edge, we begin with a news alert from the presidential race. Fox 2 has learned the presumed Democratic presidential nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris, will be making a campaign stop in Detroit 1 week from today. We're told next Tuesday's stop will include an appearance with her running mate, who will be named within the next week. We'll release details of her visit as it becomes available. Also tonight on The Edge, a sickening case of child sexual abuse in Shelby Township.
Police have their suspect in custody, but they fear there are more victims out there who have not yet come forward.
I'm a father, and to hear something like this, I have no words on how to express on how disgusting this makes me feel.
Sick, twisted, and criminal.
3 counts of criminal sexual conduct, first degree.
That's the most serious of sex crimes, and this man accused of doing them over and over again to a family member. She's not even a teenager yet. Joel Quintana Dominguez sitting in jail on a $500,000 cash bond. And get this, as police moved in to make an arrest at the mobile home park he was at in Macomb County, he was ready to flee. It appears he was tipped off.
He was packed, and his car was in a manner that he looked like he was leaving for a little bit of time.
Shelby Township Police Sergeant Kevin Bailey says investigators soon learned that Quintana Dominguez was in the U.S. illegally. He'd already been deported once before, but returned.
We have detectives that are working around the clock to investigate crimes like this and to bring people like this to justice.
Since he was arrested earlier this month, police are chasing leads that lead them to believe this might not be his only victim.
If there is other victims that are familiar with him, definitely step forward. Contact us, contact the Shelby Township Police Department.
This department thinking now of the child they're fighting to get justice for.
The impact that this child is going to have to go through and everything that they have to deal with is going to be significant.
Well, you heard the sergeant there. He says they're looking for more victims, and as hard as it may be, they're asking them to come forward.
Also tonight, Detroit police are looking for a man wanted for pleasuring himself in public. Now, we blurred the video because of the graphic nature of the incident. The man was caught on camera performing this indecent act behind a young girl who was waiting at the bus stop.
Yeah, this happened just before 9 a.m. Monday in the area of 8 Mile and Myers. We're told the person recording the incident shouted at the suspect, causing him to run away. Detroit police want to catch this guy. Anonymous tips can be made to Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. And tonight, a mother demanding justice 1 year after her pregnant daughter was shot and killed in Inkster.
It was in the same tragedy. Her daughter's boyfriend also died. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin talked to the family as they search for whoever is responsible.
Disgusted, disbelief.
Verna Evans is overwhelmed with emotion standing at the Pontiac gravesite of her 28-year-old daughter, Shelly Petaway, who was gunned down along with her boyfriend in Inkster 1 year ago.
My daughter was a mother of 3, first of all. She had 3 small children that she loved very dearly. She was on her way to nursing school.
Shelly was pregnant when her life was taken. The killer still running free. Michigan State Police tell Fox 2 detectives are still working leads with no major updates at the moment.
She had a beautiful spirit. Everywhere she went, she lit the whole room up. She was beautiful. This had nothing to do with her. And Inkster's not that small. I mean, that large. They're small. There was a whole lot of people out there that seen what happened to my daughter.
Family members say Shelly and her boyfriend were out on a date night but never came back. State police say they were both found shot to death inside their car near Burns and Carlisle streets in Inkster. Not much more is known, and there were 4 other murders that week in the same community.
Think if this was your daughter and you got a knock at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's horrible. Yeah, it's really terrible. I mean, she had a heart of gold.
May you rest in peace, my baby.
As the grief continues, so does the push for answers.
I said last year, I'm my daughter's voice. I'm going to speak up for my daughter. I'm going to continue to speak up for my daughter, and I will get justice for my daughter one way or another.
And family members are talking about putting up some of their own money for a reward for information that leads to a suspect. If you know anything, give police a call. Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Right.
Why so many times? Why wasn't something done before?
A mother grieves the loss of her daughter as the woman's husband is charged with killing her. According to East Point Police, Stephen Colson Jr. got into a fight with his wife, April, at their home on Saturday. During that altercation, he strangled her. Colson Jr. was charged with first-degree murder. Today, the judge set bond at an astonishing $5 million.
Well, more than a dozen firefighters are recovering from heat-related injuries tonight after battling a blaze in Monroe.
As you can see here, they were able to get the fire out, but there's plenty of damage left behind. Fox 2's Dave Spencer has this story.
A massive response, a 5-alarm fire in Monroe Township.
Every alarm you call, you get another fire department and more personnel.
At one point, Chief Mark Cherney extended the call county-wide, asking each department to send 2 or 4 firefighters to help.
Everybody here is pretty whipped.
It started around 1:30. A firefighter in a strip mall was responding to a carbon monoxide alarm.
And he noticed black smoke coming out of this portion of the building over here.
The back of the Michigan College of Beauty building, which had been vacant for some time. And the fire was spreading fast, prompting the use of ladders to fight from above.
There was a stairwell that was going up to a loft area that was totally burned through.
Getting closer to the dialysis company.
We had to start evacuating the patients in there.
They were able to do so without any injuries. However, the heat was taking its toll on firefighters. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Department, 17 firefighters were treated on scene for heat exhaustion.
We had 2 firefighters go to the hospital. Okay. And from what I heard, they're doing good.
Once all hot spots were put out, investigators were able to get inside and take a look around.
It started specifically in the vacant area.
After firefighters left, crews then moved in to board up the 2 affected businesses. As for the 2 firefighters who were taken to the hospital, we're told they will stay there overnight for observation. In Monroe Township, Dave Spencer, on the Edge.
A pickup truck is removed after driving into a party store in Warren. Police tell Fox 2 a 70-year-old man suffered some kind of medical issue, causing him to crash into the Blue Diamond party store at Ryan and Topher. There was minor damage to the building. No word on how that driver is doing tonight.
Smashing away to a new beginning in Mount Clemens. Today, demolition kicked off at the old Victory Inn. The building has been vacant for 4 years following a fire in 2020. It was a popular place back in the 60s and 70s, but evolved into what State Rep Denise Menser referred to as a cesspool, attracting the worst elements of society. The site will be developed into 117 apartments with the hopes it'll revitalize downtown Mount Clemens. I'll turn you to the weather. We're ending July on a high note, and by high, I mean almost 90 degrees.
Yeah, it was hot out there. Yeah. More heat and humidity is in our future, and the possibility of some storms. Here's Rich Luderman.
Jess, all of that is true. More heat, more humidity, and more storm chances. Also, we have chances to see the northern lights late tonight and again tomorrow night. However, some of the smoke from those distant wildfires out west is going to be moving through the western and central Great Lakes from time to time over the next few days. So if you see that haze layer up there, you'll know it could be some of that distant smoke. Right now, it's quiet across lower Michigan. Certainly some active weather through Pennsylvania and New York State, but not much for us. 86 degrees the high today, 70 the morning low. There are your averages. How about the records? 98 on the high side, 50 on the low side. Just a trace of rain at the airport today, but some places had some brief heavy downpours this afternoon. 81 right now. City Airport, 77 Mount Clemens, 73 in Howe, 76 up in Flint. There is a very light breeze from the west and southwest. Dew points are running high again, upper 60s to lower 70s, and that's a sign that that humidity is not going anywhere. 82 Chicago, 71 in Pellston near the bridge. There's Toronto at 75. Columbus, Ohio, 81 right now. The real heat is down over Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Thankfully, that is not coming our way. It is going to stay warm and humid right through Saturday, but from time to time, we are going to see some clusters of storms. The big threat will be heavy downpours, but there could be some gusty winds. Notice the bullseye tomorrow for severe weather centered on Iowa. That is not close to us. For the rest of tonight, it's going to be muggy for the rest of tonight. Some patchy fog down to 70 degrees tomorrow. Like today, warm and humid, some spotty storms, especially late in the day Wednesday. And then really it's the same kind of pattern for Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Less humidity for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. But temperatures stay rather warm heading into early August. How about a full check of those numbers starting at 4 a.m. Remember, always get the latest forecast. Check it out on the Fox 2 weather app. You can download it for free right now or anytime in the App Store or in Google Play.
To do that to animals, no matter, you know, a cat or a dog, I mean, that just, whoever did that, whatever kind, I mean, it's just very sick.
The Woodhaven community is on the hunt for whoever is shooting a BB gun at pets. So far, a 6-year-old Australian Shepherd has been shot, as well as 2 cats. The attacks have taken place on Arlington Drive over the past few weeks. Police are asking residents to check security video to help identify the suspect.